Good morning. Thank you for tuning into the channel again. This is the day that the Lord hath made, and let us rejoice and be glad in it. Another Sunday in 2022 of February. We are thankful for this opportunity to bless those that are watching this YouTube channel. I want to talk about what is true worship. And I always say this: private worship started before public worship. And many people are in the pandemic. Churches are at this moment, and many people have not gathered together, assembled together to worship God based on the coronavirus and different things going on. I want to talk about that and talk about the private worship that God extend to every believer, every citizen of the kingdom of God, if they um, will have so as a privilege to come boldly to the throne of grace. I want to talk about that and the seriousness of worship and what's going on in our churches today. Um, we're experiencing different things at this moment, and the sanctuary had turned into a theater now. The congregation is supposed to be a congregation, but now it have turned to an audience. Um, the ministry that God had entrusted to every believer and every minister, every person that calls himself a man of God, the ministry He entrusted to you, it had went from ministry to performance, and people are uh, geared to be performed. They want somebody to perform for them, and that's why private worship starts before public worship, because a lot of people don't realize that worship, true worship, is worshiping God alone before we go, before we gather together, assembly together. And this needs to be taught in our churches. And we went from worship to entertainment. And I watched last night where these guys was preaching and hooping and hollering and scratching and quarreling and doing their thing. But are they reaching people? Are they reaching the heart? What from the heart reaches the heart? Because entertainment, this comes from the God of entertainment, which is Satan. Satan's the God of entertainment. Remember, he challenged Jesus to turn the stone to bread, and he challenged Jesus to jump off the cliff and let the angels catch him. And he challenged Jesus in terms of who is the true person to be worshipped. And Jesus said, God only is to be worshipped, and Him only. And so Satan knows that people love entertainment. People just want to be entertained in this in this um, in the system in which they're in. So people, what is true worship? Bow down. That's what true worship means. Bow down. Praise means to lift up your hands, your holy hand. If you are holy through the scriptures, through God, He's holy. So true worship, Abraham was an example of that. He built an altar. His altar. Every time he went to his altar, things was great. But when he left his altar, then things got bad. Are you left? Have you left your altar today? Go into your secret closet and pray. And what you do in secret, God will reward you openly. I want you to grasp what I'm saying today. And I may not talk that long, but he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. I am glad that you have tuned in and hear what God had to say to your hearts. I pray that this week will be a blessed week for you. God bless you. Continue to tune in next week with another message about worship. What is true worship? It is you and God only first. Then it then next is you to assembly with those that are around you. God bless you. You have a good week.